Hey guys, it's Ted with OAXRAY, and today I'm going to talk about how private label can cost you your life savings. So today I want to talk about something interesting, and this is private label or just purchasing a lot of an item online from China and trying to resell it on Amazon Marketplace. Number one, I want to say for everyone who's starting with a small budget or with a budget in general, let's say you have $5,000, $6,000 to start with, you probably shouldn't sink all your money into one Amazon venture. If you're going to start and it fails, you don't want your Amazon business to be over. You don't want to lose your life savings. That's why I recommend that people start selling things around their house so they get used to the Amazon platform. They understand what is gated, what that means, and some of the policies without actually spending their entire life savings on products. So this is just, if you're looking at my screen, this is just something that I'm going to read to you guys. And this is someone from Reddit. And it is, so, hey everyone, I'm in immediate need of help. So back in the beginning of the summer, I bought 6,000 fidget spinners at wholesale to resell. I only sold 73 of them, which is a little over 1%. Does anyone want to buy them in bulk? I'm getting desperate. I sunk my life savings into this. Please help. Now, this is an insane post for Reddit, for anywhere really. It could be posted in any group. You know, it's no particular venue that it's posted in. But whenever you go all in, especially on a fad, and your only way to sell it is Amazon, or your only way to sell it's eBay, or whatever this thing is, and it's your entire life savings, you run the risk of doing like this person did. They sold 73 of these things. And I'm not sure if they got caught up in the Amazon ban where they were saying, hey, fidget spinners have these small parts, people are choking on them, and that's just something that you're going to deal with. So first of all, I would say, if you're going to get into a fad like fidget spinners, know that there's going to be increased scrutiny on those items. So for instance, the fidget spinners. If one seller was selling fidget spinners and there was a few of them selling every day and you jump in on that item, it's not going to make the news if someone were to choke on the item, or it's just less likely because there's less of them in circulation. But whenever you have a product like fidget spinners where millions upon millions of them sell, there's a possibility that something could happen, and now every single seller who's selling that item could be affected. Now, there's no real 100% knowing why this happened in this situation, but probably they either got caught up whenever they were restricting people, or the person didn't have enough to actually do the proper ad campaigns so that they could actually get the traction they needed. If someone comes in and they have a large budget of $100,000 and they come in fidget spinners and they're able to give 2,000 away so that they can get thousands of reviews, and you come in, you spend all of your budget on the product itself, and you don't have the advertising budget to get more sales, then there can be problems there. So I would say diversify as much as you can, even if you're doing wholesale. If you're doing wholesale and Amazon decides to restrict it and you have all your money into one product, then you can run into trouble. So I would say diversify. If there's a wholesaler that you work with, don't sink more than 20% of your money with that brand, with that product, because you don't know if Amazon's going to change things up on you. This happened to a lot of people with Whole Foods. They purchase profitable items at Whole Foods, and then the next day Amazon says, we own Whole Foods, no one else can sell it. With these fidget spinners, one day Amazon said, these things are dangerous, people are choking on them, there's small parts in them, and we're not going to let you sell them. If you go back a couple years, whenever the hoverboards were coming out, everybody had their own hoverboard. They were sold under so many different names, different brands, and then all of a sudden you have a house fire. And your product may not have actually had the fire issue. Maybe you had the proper batteries. But everybody goes under scrutiny when something is sold on Amazon, even if it's not your listing. That's just something that happens. So you want to make sure you diversify. If you have a private label, maybe you go less in on one product and you sell multiple products at the same time, just in case something hits. And if there's a huge fad and everybody knows about it, everybody's doing it, That's probably the biggest indicator. Don't do that, because here we have this guy with 6,000 fidget spinners, and I know there's a lot of other people who bought fidget spinners, and it can take a month or two for you to get them. So you might put a deposit down for someone to make them in China on January 1st, and you're not even going to get the product till the end of February or the beginning of February. And by the time all that time has passed, the market could have changed, or maybe it's restricted now. There's just so many different things that can happen over time. So I suggest no more than 20% of your money should go to any specific product. And if you don't have enough money to start a private label, then do wholesale, do online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, as long as those are still valid at the time of this video, and just try to diversify as much as you can. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.